third time that I've tried to record this video, and I'm not even going to speak it into existence. This time it's going to go perfect. If a twin flame child is being born into your lineage, it's because they came to break cycles that your bloodline could not break before. Which means as their parent, it's vital that you do your own work, because these kids cannot carry your wounds for you. So if you have emotional wounds, heal them. Kids are energetic sponges, and they're going to absorb everything that you don't deal with. If you have limiting beliefs, unlearn them. You cannot raise a twin flame child with a scarcity mindset, fear of failure, or what will people think energy. If you have unhealed trauma, confront it, because these kids are going to trigger you. Not because they're difficult, it's because they're little mirrors and they are reflecting everything back to you that still needs healing, and they will reflect everything. If you avoid your spiritual path, they will pull you back onto it. If you refuse to grow, you're going to force these kids to try to fit into old patterns. They'll either lose their trust or they're going to energetically separate from you, and that's not to hurt you, it's to help you grow. You know, these children chose you for a reason. These kids' emotional range is beyond this dimension. They feel everything. They don't just have emotions, they're channeling energy on a quantum level. If they get upset, it's not just a mood, a full body frequency shift. You may not even be upset about what's happening in the moment. It could be picking up on collective energy shifts or planetary cycles or even ancestral trauma that's still lingering in the family line. Twin flame children cannot be forced into societal norms, so school systems, rigid routines, outdated belief systems, they're going to reject every single one of them. Not because they're being defiant, it's because they literally they cannot lower their frequency to fit into these outdated systems. If you try to make them conform, you're going to see rebellion, depression, anxiety, or like full-on spiritual shutdown. If you nurture their truth, you're going to turn them into a powerhouse. Understand that these kids are on a mission. They did not come here to have a normal life. They incarnated through the twin flames because their soul carries an advanced blueprint. Your job is not to control them, it's to guide them back to themselves. Encourage their gifts, even if they're different from yours. If they talk to spirits, if they see energy, if they see auras, if they have an imaginary friend, if they hear messages or get prophetic dreams, believe them, support them, teach them discernment and not fear. Worst thing you can do is deny them and tell them that it's all just their imagination, or shut them down. That is how you create blocked, disconnected adults who struggle with their power later in life. When they say something feels off, believe them. Help them process their emotions instead of shutting them down with oh, you're fine, or stop being dramatic, because they're not being dramatic. They are literally processing multiple dimensions of energy at once. Another thing you can do is allow them to explore their purpose early on. They may instantly be drawn to healing or art, divination, spiritualism, activism, quantum physics, even leadership at a very, very young age. So don't box them in. Let them explore that. Raise them on truth, not limitation. No guilt tripping, no fear-based programming, no you have to do this in order to be successful or in order to fit in. Teach them universal laws and frequency and self-mastery. They're going to outgrow old paradigms extremely fast. If you try to chain them to outdated belief systems, they're either going to resist or they're going to dim themselves way, way down in order to fit in, and neither one of those are ideal. Allow them to question authority. They should, because they're here to break these outdated systems. They did not come here to fit in. They're not meant to sit quietly in school and get good grades and then get a safe job and live a normal life. They are coded for revolution and expansion and higher levels of consciousness. Let's be really blunt. This world is not designed for high frequency beings. Society is going to try to program them into mediocrity and self-doubt and energetic slavery. Your job is to protect them from the matrix. So guard their energy, limit their exposure to low vibe media, fear-based education, or anything that pushes conformity over consciousness. Teach them how to protect themselves, energetic shielding, emotional intelligence, intuitive discernment. Those are going to be some mandatory skills. Support their independence. Teach them how to trust their own voice over external authority. They're going to need that in a world that is constantly trying to put doubt in our heads. Twin flame children carry the codes of freedom and awakening and transformation. If you parent them consciously, they will lead the next wave of awakened souls. Guide them, don't control them. Teach them discernment and not obedience. Help them strengthen their intuition and not shut it out. Support them, don't suppress them. Expand with them, don't hold them back. Most importantly, Trust them. Kids are here to shift the world, whether people are ready for it or not.